I'm holding in because when it's my time to go, it's fucking over.
You have a rant?
This is it.
The governor thing?
This is it.
Oh, beautiful. Is it going to be the same argument I'm making, or is it going to be aimed at me for being pissed off about it?
Nope.
Okay.
Pretty much the same argument. I'm letting you vent what you have to say first. Go ahead. Any other wilding opinions? I mean, my opinion is kind of mixed between your outrage and Dan O'Shea's reality of the situation.
Yeah, well...
Alright, let's do this.
Let's do your rant. Tony's,
Right.
I
I have
the
a
beginning.
huge fucking problem with this. And I also don't fucking care. I am conflicted by both. One, it's a fucking title. Nobody gives a shit. You can call yourself king of something. It doesn't make you fucking king of anything. An owner, by definition, is somebody that owns something. Whether it be property or business or some kind of entity. The ownership is just that. I own the fucking Knicks. There's a reason that there are contracts for fucking athletes. Why? Because I am paying you for your service to the property that I own. At the end of the day, when you leave, I don't own you. You don't have to play. Le'Veon Bell fucking proved this. He's not owned by anybody. The Steelers went without him. The Steeler ownership decided, we're going to pay this guy. He's not going to play. We won't pay him. So he's not fucking owned. They can't control him into doing something. Now, that being said, to me, this whole fucking thing is a fucking self-stroke fest by the NBA to try and get ahead of this fucking issue by saying, oh, we're going to change our names to make us ourselves feel better about owning fucking something so that people won't be able to get pissed off about something that in the reality of the situation shouldn't fucking matter. You want to know when ownership matters? When the team is fucking garbage. For instance, Dolan. Okay? That's when fucking ownership matters. When ownership talks out of their fucking ass, when they step out of line, or when they're fucking burying a team. That's the only time that fucking fans or anyone in the sport gives a shit about ownership. Nobody else cares other than that. So the fact that we're worried about the name of the fucking title, we're not talking about an owner of a person. That would be slavery. We're talking about people that own a business in a property, and they should be held accountable for the results of that property. They shouldn't be made to feel bad because someone that they offered a contract to signed their name on a dotted line that we now have to change that person's fucking name because it could be insensitive. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't change the fucking definition of the word owner.
The one thing that I want to see happen from this, because I'm either take it all away or just give it all away.
Why don't we just fucking call them CEOs though? Aren't CEOs fucking pretty much owners unless they've appointed a fucking CEO?
A lot of times it depends on the way you look at it, because a lot of times the CEO...
COO.
Yeah, the CEO is going to be of a publicly traded company.
Yeah, but that's Chief Operations Officer.
Yeah.
Chief Executive Officer. They are the highest in that fucking thing, minus the fucking ownership. So if you want to fucking have... Let's just say we want to change the name of the owners. We don't want to use the owner name because that upsets a couple people and they get uneasy, okay? Because of what that could imply.
Then
All
go
right,
get a
well,
real
let's remove
job.
it. Let's have them be the CEO. And then you'll just have whoever the fucking person is under you, the vice CEO. Now no one gives a shit because there's too many people to keep track of. Because honestly, under the owner and other than the GM, do you fucking know who's the CFO and the COO of fucking the Dallas Cowboys? Because I sure as shit don't know who that does that for the Giants.
The only reason I know for the Cowboys
fucking would.
is because Jerry and Stephen Jones run everything. It's them.
Okay, because it's the Jones family, family-owned business. Okay, all right, I get that then. I was about to be really upset. Okay, do you know who does the same thing in the A's?
With the A's?
If you fucking know this, I'm going to be upset with you.
So the CEO, I think they gave that position to Bean. He's their manager. I don't know.
And again, it's you think.
I think,
because
yeah.
nobody fucking cares about that shit. I don't don't give a shit the cogs that run this whole fucking system. I don't care who's worrying about the fucking vendors. I don't give a shit who's worrying about the maintenance in the fucking stadium. You want to know when I would worry about that? If I was a fucking employee. But I'm not, okay? I'm a fan. I don't give a shit who's doing it unless you are responsible for this whole thing. At the end of the day, the owner takes a lot of responsibility because of the fact that you own the team. At the end of the day, the buck stops with you.
That is correct. Here's what I want. Because like I just said a minute ago, I'm either a all or none kind of person. So if you're going to take away the title owner and call them governors, I want the NBA to pay fucking market value, buy the teams from the owners, and then appoint governors to lead the fucking teams. Bet your ass they don't do that because they can't afford to pay $4 billion for the Knicks, $3.2 billion for the Celtics.
No,
they can't afford to do that.
The NBA would never be able to do that. But and as crazy as it fucking sounds, and hear me out here because I'll get to a reason why this fucking makes sense. The owners joining together to decide whether or not somebody's worthy enough of buying a team has actually worked in the favor of fucking some companies. The NFL does this. The NFL approves people for ownership of teams. They recently approved Khan a couple of years ago to buy the Jaguars.
Rush Limbaugh got denied. He was going to buy the Rams. He was going to leave.
Donald Trump was going to buy the fucking Bills, and they denied that. Okay? So, obviously, the owners aren't fucking stupid. When they get together, they figure things out, and they can sort it out from themselves. Because, quite frankly, if you're successful enough to own a fucking pro sports team, you probably know what you're doing in at least some aspect of your life.
I kind of disagree with what you said about the owners of the NFL teams not being stupid. They keep giving money to Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell is, you know how they talk about protect the fucking shield? Roger Goodell is the fucking shield, okay? Because before the bullet hits them, Roger Goodell's the Secret Service man that jumps fucking in front of it.
Right.
Okay? That's what Roger Goodell is. He is security for them. That's what happens. He is a buffer zone. Call it whatever you want. A little dome around their private club. But it is a private club because, quite frankly, you need a shitload of money to get into said club. Or you need a handful of people who collectively have a shit ton of money if you're the fucking Miami Dolphins.
Well, I think most teams have a principal owner, but I don't think one person owns the entire team.
Fucking part owners of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
There isn't a celebrity in Miami that doesn't own a piece of it. And I even include like celebrity chefs. I don't know if they have them. Celebrity Uber drivers.
Celebrity Uber drivers.
They will give some of the Miami Dolphins to anybody as long as they'll pay.
Yo, hookers. Can you string together $200? You can be part owners of the
They probably
Dolphins.
tried to reach Ace Ventura. And I don't mean fucking Jim Carrey. I mean literally tried to find Ace Ventura.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It
But
doesn't...
but it bothers me, okay? Because these are... At the end of the day, if I asked you, Dan, okay, so James Dolan bought, with his money, the New York Knicks.
Correct.
What does that make James Dolan to the New York Knicks?
Not the governor?
Exactly. That's the problem. You can't just change things because it's upsetting. There's a definition for fucking words, okay?
That's the other point I was just going to make.
Okay, then you and I are on the same point for once in a fucking blue moon.
If you say the word matters, then don't pick a word that has a strict definition to replace the word you're trying to get rid of. Because what I read to you was the exact definition of what a governor is.
Why don't you just call them ringmasters? Because they're basically putting on a fucking show.
That's what Dolan is.
Well, yeah, but he's like more like the guys that are at the local carnival that pack up and leave if shit goes wrong. He's not Ringling Brothers, okay?
No, he's not. You're right.
Except for he insists on staying in town to see the week out.
Yeah.
He's like, there was a kid that died on that ride. He's like, yeah, but we're here till Friday, and it's only Tuesday, so fucking figure it out, or we'll just try and get through it.
Yeah, we'll put a sign on there say, "Don't be this dumbass."
Yeah. Let's make him let's make us the victim.
Yeah.
The ride's been here since 1992. We got rusted bolts. Yeah, whatever. There's no hardware stores in town.
Anyways, exactly. If you're saying that there's a definition of this word that we don't like, there are other words that you can use. Governor? Well, first of all,
you might as well call them ruler of the team. You might as well call them
fucking
king
emperor.
of the team. Yeah, who the fuck cares what we call it now?
Czar.
Yeah, czar. That's fine with me. Absolutely. The Rockets are already red and white. Fucking fits. Everyone gets a different one based on fucking color. The Pelicans, because they wear purple, they're kings.
That's great. That is great.
The fucking Magic, high sorcerer.
High sorcerer. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Hornets, queen.
I like that one. I could get behind that one.
Hornets, queen, Bulls. I don't know. What leads?
Matador?
Bull? Yeah. Fucking Timberwolves, alpha. I can keep going with this.
Please do.
Celtics, giant. 76ers,
Giant.
George Washington.
Giant. Because they're fucking leprechauns.
Yeah, exactly.
Lakers, LeBron.
Tony, that was such a fucking subtle
Yeah, you're welcome.
attack on the
Let's go
Celtics.
through the teams.
I'm just saying, like, this is fucking complete nonsense.
Oh.
It's complete nonsense.
But you know what? This is what you
Jazz, Miles Davis.
get. Miles Davis. Oh man! Quick aside, my senior quote in high school was, "If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis."
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. That's a good quote. Now I'm just trying to think about this. Nuggets, Bullion. That's the guy who's on the top.
Jesus Christ! Or McDonald's. Just call him McDonald's. Because they're the king of nuggets. The Blazers.
Blazers, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. I would have gone with Snoop.
Snoop works too.
Call
I'll
you-
take Snoop. That's
call you
fine.
the Snoop.
Did you do Pistons?
Nah, the Pistons.
The fucking unicorn, for all I care.
The unicorn.
Stallion. That's what he's named.
Jesus Christ. The engine.
Black tea.
All right. Anyways, so what kind of ridiculous bullshit is if I buy something, I'm the owner?
Listen, man, we don't have to go into the definition of owner. I can't say any more about how fucking nonsensical this is. This, to me, is a non-fucking issue. This is something that fucking 20 years ago, if somebody fucking said this shit, nobody would pay it any mind. But now fucking words matter and words hurt.
Anyone missed?
I understand when words matter, and I understand when words hurt, and I understand when people being douchebags or being just fucking assholes, or as I was mentioning earlier, degens. Degenerate fucking people that don't know how to fucking act. But at the end of the day, words still have a fucking definition, and by definition, every cocksucker who put up the money to buy this fucking team is the goddamn owner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen or heard, but has Mark Cuban said anything about this yet? Because I really want to know what he
No,
thinks about
because he's
it.
too busy buying so he can own other shit.
That's a good point. Oh, God. And the whole idea, when I hear athletes, high-paid athletes, call teams or owners like slave drivers, like, oh, yes, you're a fucking slave with your $20 million a year and being treated well.
I have more of a fucking argument working at the company I worked for last time, because if you fucking are on the phone for fucking 2 minutes, you start getting fucking harassed by everybody in there. That seems to me more like slave driving than it is a guy who can show up fucking 20 minutes late to fucking practice, but he's still considered fucking on time.
Uh-huh.
Listen, you live a life of luxury and you get paid to play a fucking game. Let's relax on what fucking... Like, if you want to fight for your own injustice or somebody else's injustice, take a fucking knee because it means something to you, fine, go ahead and do that if you feel like that's what you're doing to another person. But if you're bitching about your job, I find it hard for me to shed a tear given your fucking financial and personal situation. I would love nothing more than to go to a fucking gym every day and play basketball for a fucking living. But I can't do that because I'm 5'9" and white.
That's not exactly...
I am 32 years old, 5'9" and white. There's no way I'm making an NBA fucking roster, Dan. Don't you lie to me.